yeah, so there's this progression of this, you know, sense to be made to where, like, literally it becomes a contradiction of your own individual goal that you're going for. Like, for instance, yeah, you know, if you know, you take like a killer, like, listen to like what they say their motivation is for doing it in the first place, and then start to like realize how it contradicts itself, like or it's a result of just being overwhelmed, and then that just tells you that that means there's a stress point that's not being you know, satisfied, or not being, you know, alleviated. And you know, that's another part of like the Scorpio rising lesson of the things that look the most dangerous and deadly are really seeking peace. Yeah, it's still a part of that. You know, they just got it mixed up somewhere. But yeah, so let's see. What else have I kind of come across? I mean, really shouldn't even have to think about it. There's been a lot of material and a lot of stuff to comment on. I just think I'm gonna have to like go back through them a little bit and make those. But you know, about my intended purpose at this moment, you know, if you happen to have that much of a similarity in those qualities, then you know, there's going to be even more like synchronicity and more compatibility in that regard, because it'll be like a daily thing. That'll become your you know, your work environment, your workforce, or people you work with on a daily basis, because you're literally already doing the same thing. It's not forced. It's not you know, kind of like, honestly, if you kind of pay attention to the direction that, you know, the, you know, astrologers are more, you know, going in. But or just, you know, the Piscean quality of people in general. So, see, I have a notebook. I wrote down all these like correlations and stuff, but went to the pool. It got wet. Came back. Was not saying it as an excuse, but, you know, came back to where I'm currently staying, which, by the way, I'm pretty much in the position to get out of where I am now. I just have to have a few more things work out. So it's not really a problem, really, so much. But anyway, in regards to this, I was going to, you know, make a, you know, show, like, with all these different type combinations, like lists of, you know, which I shouldn't say what my plans are, but I'm saying what I was going to do in this video. Or in, you know, around the time of making this one. you know, have lists of how, yeah, when you have a combination of being a certain MBTI type and this other sign, how, you know, there can be these similarities, and looking at interestingly how you could still be compatible even though you don't, for instance, have these in specific. I wanted to explore or put out there how you can even have these differences, but when they come together, it still creates a quality that you can be compatible with or not be compatible with. But there's still a certain effect, like for instance, like with the aspects in astrology, like trines and sextiles and oppositions and squares and, you know, semi-squares and all that stuff. Sesquid, quadrate, whatever. Like, there's still a certain quality to the interaction that's happening. And, you know, what I wanted to make sure, the effect of having this specific thing is like a kind of what appears as a telepathy. Even though there can in general be that kind of thing happening as well through the collective unconscious. And like, you know, a certain like progression and endpoint of where the limit of the current progression is. And each person has their ability so as not to be afraid, for instance, of, you know, oh no, these people, you know, are advancing farther than me. But at any point in time, and you can look at this like with the transits, you'll always be able to like, you know, hop in there based on your abilities or, you know, who you are as a person, which, you know, is going to be unique because there's just so many factors. Like, you know, you could be cloned and then there's still going to be differences based on like just your individual choices. As well as other things. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm going to make a separate one now for, well, yeah, shouldn't do that. It's a bad habit perhaps, but yeah, I guess for this video it's gonna be about it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you feel inclined.